Hi humans, welcome to my channel. I'm Suzzy and you may know me from Team Soul Navigation or TikTok, or you may not know me, but I am here to read tarot, drop bombs, talk about messy stuff. It feels weird. I'm still getting used to saying I'm a psychic, tarot reader, empath, intuitive, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and I also specialize in helping people through trauma, addiction, grief. I like to dive deep and help you fight through the rougher moments and be honest and real. And but today we're going to do all 12 signs, January. And what I'm going to do is look into your energy and look into a connecting energy. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. If it comes out like a blatant love read, then it will. But we're going to go through and to mix it up. So we're going to go through backwards. Pisces gets to go first, right? It's about time. So I just want to take a minute and thank you all for being here. And I'm going to pull from your energy as soon as I get enough. Like, subscribe, share, comments. Shares really help. But you guys all know how that works because you're on YouTube. So then we'll start doing lives and I can really tap into your energy and we can do like mini reads, super chat reads, and we'll get fun. Also, I want to talk about what feels pressing to you. If you're a single mom and you are struggling with bringing kids through a divorce, maybe when like mom and dad aren't really getting along as well, or, if you're an empath and you have a narcissistic ex and you have kids that are empaths and now they have to deal with a narcissistic ex, it's common, right? So like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about trauma at early age. Let's talk about grief. Let's build a community. Drop me a comment, because I'm not here for myself, I'm here for you. So all my beautiful humans, drop me a comment and tell me what you want to talk about. I know when I did the law attraction video on the Soul Navigation channel with Meredith, who's a goddess, go binge all of her videos. She's brilliant. I got a lot of feedback. People like law of attraction. And the thing about law of attraction is it kind of starts with you. That's how we manifest. Boop. I'm not going to edit things like that. Stuff just fell. This is my background. Not so shabby. And that's changing soon, but I will share that when that happens. All right, so let's see what universe has for Pisces. Pisces. Okay, so first we're looking at your energy. The overall energy I have is temperance, trying to find balance, really trying to find balance. And Pisces has kind of had it rough. First card we have after that is the Tower. This is your recent past energy, and it makes sense. We kind of all had a collective 2020 Tower moment. And excuse me as I'm just going to be like real if I'm like shifting or we all just had one big 2020 Tower moment, right? Pisces had a little rough, and Pisces really feels deeply. So they feel it. They feel it. They're not going to be able to be like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is. They take everything very personally, and at the same time, they understand that they're the ones who understand the universe, right? Like they understand that, like, while they may be a big deal at home or at work, they're a small little tiny part of a giant, 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 like, you know, the universe and the cosmos and everything. So everything is very existential and they feel it. So Tower moment, I honestly, as we go through the 12 signs, I expect to see this card more than once. Judgment. Judgment to me means kind of picking through the pieces after the Tower and figuring out how you have accountability. Like, what patterns were you repeating? What how do you remain accountable so that you can grow? It's not like judgment day in a biblical sense. It's judgment of, let me look at the situation discerningly and move through it, so it doesn't repeat itself, because this shit's not fun. Oh, I say bad words, so you know. King of Wands. This is beautiful though. It's a soulmate card. Mm-hmm. I hate sappy. Like, your person is around the corner. There are some readers that I actually think their readings are good, but all their titles are like, every single reading is great, and sometimes we're stuck, and sometimes, you know, shit happens, and we have to address that. But I didn't choose the cards; universe did. So so this is nostalgia. This is somebody you could have known since you're a child. This is somebody who makes you feel childlike. It's often the soulmate card. It could be a friend. It could be a friend that turned into something more. And you want to take action. King of Wands. King of Wands is moving towards their person. Sorry, interruptions. And then the last card we get for Pisces energy is the Well. This is, right, so this is an extra card in this deck, which I love this deck. This is the Ethereal Visions deck. Do you see how she's looking off? Do you see all that? That that's anxiety and overthinking, which is a very Piscean trait, right? And their feelings nostalgic and overthinking. I'm going to invite Pisces to really get that balance going. Also, the other thing I'm seeing on the bottom of the deck is Page of Swords. Stop stalking your person on the internet. And then I'm just going to grab another deck for your person. So today's the Grand Conjunction, which is why I wanted to start my YouTube channel today. And it's a great day to manifest. It's the first time that we've had this rebirth Renaissance energy since 1405. So, like, what's 615 years? That's a long time. And so I invite all of you to, when you are manifesting, no matter when you see this, because time is fluid. So if you see this at a later date, there's still a message. Like, at the point that you find a reading, or it finds you, which is normally how it happens, but there can still be a message in it, even if it's after the date. So, but what I want you all to do is, one of the things that we will talk about quite often is that you cannot think your feelings. You have to feel your feelings. You just do. So, when you think about what your best life looks like, I want you, after you think about it, to feel. I want you to feel what that feels like. What would it feel to be happy? And not just think about it, really get in that feeling for a few minutes. That makes you vibrate higher. That is part of law of attraction. That's another video. But sit in that feeling for a minute. Feeling your feelings is so important. There's so much toxicity. Well, that's interesting. I can't. We'll get to that in a second. There's so much toxicity about right now, especially in the climate, about, you know, fuck your feelings and all this other stuff. It's so toxic. It's such bullshit, because we can be like brave warriors. We can be intellectual. We can be scientific. We can be intelligent, and brave and a badass, and still feel our feelings. That's another episode. I want one more for Pisces person. Okay. Pisces. You got the King of Wands in your reading. They got the King of Wands upside down, which means they know that, like, they want you to come towards them. They don't think you're going to. I can't. This card keeps popping up. I did a couple of readings last night, and it literally popped up every other reading, all different decks. There's a lot going on right now with people doing work on themselves, and the alignment and the planets and the energy and the shift has required us to do work. And sometimes it's felt like pushing a watermelon out of a door hole. And so the bad news is that feels horrible while it's happening. You're crying, you don't know why you're crying. You feel like, are these my feelings? Are these somebody else's feelings? What the actual fuck, right? The good news is this is getting us all aligned. And when you're aligned, that's when the divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame, soulmate comes in. Twin flames are rare. We will have an episode on that. There's so much controversy on twin flame. But anyway, and here you're showing up in your person's card. This is the moon, and it came out in the upright. In this moon card, she wants to be on the light. Whoever this is for you, while you're feeling small, they're a little intimidated. I'm getting an intimidation. They see you as funny. They see you as smart. They see you as romantic, and they're a little intimidated. They are worried that they will not be victorious. Six of Wands is victory, and they're just nervous. They get over that though. There's free will, but they're going to, in time, kind of get over that, because that's Knight of Swords. So they see the connection as, see the motorcycle, how they're chasing the motorcycle. Knight of Swords is running, moving fast. So they're going to take a little time to catch up, and then all of a sudden they're going to not want to let you get past them, and they're going to run after you for sure. And then let me just let's get 3 cards for the connection now, the connection, what it will be, and advice from the universe. Wow. Okay, Pisces. The connection now is manifestation. Somebody is trying to make it happen. Connection in the future helps you both get over some wounds. Five of Cups is a card of like grieving, spilled milk. When it's in reverse, in this kind of reading, because cards depend on the other cards around them, what I'm seeing and feeling very strongly is that there is a way for you guys to help each other, but there's also a big danger of codependency. This is so Piscean, Neptunian energy. Seven of Cups is not only like choices. Some people see it and think, oh, this means that person has 6 people rotating out of their DMs besides me. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but what it definitely does is like sometimes this is the card of seeing somebody how you want to see them instead of how they are. Be careful when this person comes that it's not just the idea of you, the claim of you. Make sure you're both grounded because their energy is quite like yours. And so, you know, when you have 2 people that have a hard time staying grounded, that makes it a little tougher to get past that honeymoon period, right? And I feel like we all have been through so much separation from people that we love that we kind of don't like, we want to go out and play and have fun and all that, but we also don't want to waste our time. Time seems a little bit more precious, even though it is fluid, and people seem more precious. People seem more precious. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Now we're going to do Aquarius. Aquarius, it's your time. You're running into the age of Aquarius, the age of the humanitarian, the age of technology, the age of the metaphysical. It is the sign of astrology. A lot more people are going to be breaking into their intuition. And, you know, when you first realize you're an empath, and leave me a comment if you really, when you first realize you're an empath, there is this moment when you feel like anxiety, you can feel chest pain, you can feel sadness, you can feel a lot of things. You can even feel somebody's arousal towards you. But it's weird because you're like, what's going on? Why am I feeling these things? And until you understand that and learn how to recognize whether that's your own intellectual and emotional property or whether you're feeling somebody else's feelings, it's weird. So a lot more people are going to be coming into their understanding of their empath abilities. And if that happens to you, please email me. You can email me at suzzy.soulnavigation@gmail or evolutionaryhealingnerd@gmail. But don't go around feeling crazy, please. Reach out, get support. And if you can't or don't want to book a reading right now, I can at least point you in the direction of some education on empaths. But what you shouldn't do is walk around feeling crazy. Don't do that. Does everybody else just see like the sky flash a different color? Just me? Also, 1:20 this afternoon. Card fell out on the floor. Mass meditation. If you're watching this, which you probably won't be because it'll be afterwards, but if you feel the raising of the vibration, or if you feel a really great feeling around 1:20 Eastern time on December 21st, that's what you were feeling. We have strength in numbers, especially going into the age of humanitarian. Okay, Aquarius, 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 let's get you. Aquarius. I'm gonna try not to sing, but you can ask my kids. It's I think it's a fun habit. They might tell you it's a bad habit. Aquarius, we have Queen of Cups for you. So like opening up your heart, which is great. I think Aquarius is misunderstood because they are serious and they're not like overtly they are, if they adore you fully. So you are in this feeling your intuition and feeling just open, feeling trustful in universe. Like for the first time in a long time, I'm getting like, and feeling that development of trusting yourself, which is great. I mean, it's the most important things, like to study ourselves and to trust ourselves more than trust other people. That keeps happening. Just watch up there. I'm pointing and you can't see, but like up there, watch. Even it's funny. Okay, I'm distracted. Squirrel. Two of Swords. Two of Swords to me, when there is that blindfold present, means a lot of times we see like we either can choose this person or we can choose that person, or if we take that job or we move, right, then that takes this out of the equation. Two of Swords to me, when there's a blindfold, means that there's a third way. And it's probably not conventional, which makes perfect sense for Aquarius. There's a third way, and you have to use your intuition. Cards don't lie. Astrology doesn't lie. Cards don't lie. Seven Pentacles. You are trying to grow something. And I feel like for Aquarius, this could be the innovation. Like, see all the different roots, right? See all the different little strands. I feel like you're trying to create something, and maybe you're struggling whether you want to put your energy into a relationship or into doing this thing that you really, really want to do, because Aquarius is innovative and they're always on a mission. They're brilliant. And because they are misunderstood, sometimes they have an experience where they feel like they're disappointing people because you can't expect Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus energy out of an Aquarius. If you need a lot of reassurance, like if they said it once, they meant it. If they're going to bother giving your energy to them when they're very, very busy, if they're going to bother giving their energy to you when they're very busy people, you're good. But if you're somebody who needs a lot of reassurance, you know, it's drama. And it's drama they don't want. So I feel like there's a pull, which is probably what this is about, because they want to grow this. So they're opening their heart, they're using their intuition, but they're trying to make a decision because that's the 4 a.m. card. That is the stressed out, thinking, overthinking. I'm going to take one more for Aquarius, and then we're going to move on to Aquarius person. And if you're dating an Aquarius or you are an Aquarius, I want to know what the combination is. I have a theory. I wanted to do like moon sign readings because I feel like, because the moon is our emotion. Yeah. Ace of Swords. You want to move forward with this person, and part of what attracts you is their intelligence, their intellect, and their ability to like have like conversation so good that it's almost like foreplay. And who doesn't love that? I barely have Aquarius in my chart, but I mean, as we get older, that absolutely becomes part of an appeal, no? Okay, so now we're going to take a look at your person. One more shuffle. Well, that's interesting. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. Overall energy for your person. Okay. I have a TikTok page. I've been doing like 3 readings, 6 readings a day. I do readings for a living and for family or whatever, or for myself. Sometimes I'll pull cards. Never, ever, ever have I experienced the same cards repeating out of different decks, very shuffled decks again and again. The energies I cannot stress enough are super strong right now. The moon. Your person sees you as a bit of an enigma. You may be dealing with a Cancer. The moon is the Piscean card. I can't imagine Pisces and Aquarius do really, really well together unless your Pisces has a ton of earth and air in their chart and you have a lot of water in yours, or Neptunian energy. You would have to really, really reassure them quite a bit. But if you're not dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, the moon card is very much about waiting for something to illuminate. Like for me, the moon card is about wanting to see a truth and waiting for a truth to come out. Again, we have 2 of Swords. And again, she's blindfolded, different deck. She's blindfolded. So they are having the same struggle that you're having. They want the stability. They want everything. Like they probably want the whole marriage, home, or something like a marriage, just a commitment. But they want to build. They don't want to just come into your life and live off of you. They want to build with you. I'm getting that they really love your intelligence and your quirkiness. And a Cancer would like your quirkiness. But again, they're deciding because they don't want to put you in a position to feel like they're nagging you for that reassurance. And they don't want to chase you. Nobody wants to chase anybody. That doesn't feel good. They're trying to heal. We have the Star card in reverse. They want to heal. And what I'm pulling is they're not exactly sure how to go about that. So they're kind of fumbling through healing. And let's get one more card for Pisces person. 9 of Wands. Yeah, they're being defensive right now. They probably have to look more at themselves to do that healing because accountability is everything. And right now, I don't see them moving towards you. You may move towards them, but if you do, please know that they're stumbling over healing and they're still a little confused, and but they want everything with you. So this is a person that you probably have to reassure quite a bit. And then let's get 3 cards for the connection for Aquarius. 3 cards. It's almost Christmas and it doesn't feel like it because it's just been so weird. And I mean, we all need that Christmas joy right now. And I'm usually a little famous for my Christmas cookies. I haven't made one. And with all this crazy energy, I don't even have an appetite, which I should probably be somewhat thankful for. Okay, universe wanted to give me 4 cards. I told you, and I told you that these energies would repeat. Judgment, accountability, which is exactly what your person needs so that they can properly heal. 7 of Pentacles, again, a repeat energy. You got this in yours. So the energy now is people need to take accountability for themselves before anybody should move forward. Then you have the waiting card in the future. And then the last is the Page of Cups. When they're starting to get their confidence back, they'll approach you. They'll approach you with a small offer because they're afraid of being turned down. They're fearful of rejection. So instead of coming in with a big gesture saying like, you know, I have strong feelings for you, or I would like to see where this goes on it. Like they want the commitment, they want the 10 of Pentacles, but they're probably not going to say it because to save face, instead they're going to be like, hey, you look great in that picture on your profile. I'm going to switch things up and grab another deck and let's do Capricorn. Capricorn is due break. Actually, Capricorn's astrology is looking good. Saturn has been in Capricorn forever. And that's hard. That's a hard energy. Okay. I have quite a few Caps in my life. Some of them are my closest friends. Some of them were my closest friends. And all from, different genders, different situations, different and they all have one thing in common, which is they feel deeply. They do. They feel deeply. And they always feel a little misunderstood. And what's interesting is we have the Queen of Cups energy for you, Capricorn. So again, we're talking nurturing and love. And if a Capricorn loves you, they will kind of spoil you and take care of you quite a bit. More stuff falling. But they also like to have make sure that they're good. Like they don't want to be left out to dry. And sometimes that leads to third party situations, which we have here quite clearly because of the other Seven of Cups. Remember how I said the last time 7 of Cups can be different things? This is definitely 7 of Cups next to 3 of Swords is more than one person involved. Don't do that. Somebody is, how can you be yourself? How can you work on you? How can you fall in love with you and even if you're like, that's none of nobody's business. If you got your phone locked, maybe it is somebody else's business and you kind of know that on some level. It's not great for you because you can't ever relax. And how are you going to like deepen your connection with somebody? Or like just be like, this is what it is, right? We are good on Saturday nights. Rest of the week is my own. Either way. And I know this sounds kind of harsh, and it doesn't matter if it's Capricorn or anybody else, and not all Capricorns do this. But sometimes the need for security is more than more baskets to put eggs in, because they don't want to get burnt again, because they are deeply feeling and they do get burnt a lot. And then they build up this place where they're, King of Swords. You don't want to hear nothing about nothing. You don't want to hear nothing about, I'm going to take one more card from my Capricorn. You don't want to hear, you don't want to be told that somebody looked in your phone. You don't, yeah. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. You're ready to leave this situation in the cold. That's not what I wanted to read for you. Star card just popped out. That gives me hope that you'll heal. But really, I feel like at the crux of all of this is you're not really unguarding your heart. You don't want to get burned so bad that you do this and you do this. But really, you're this. I'm not wrong. Leave me a comment. I can't assist, guide, or be helpful in any way if we're not all being 100. All right, so let's get some cards for your person. Let's get some cards for your person. I bet you any money I'm already feeling it. Your person is like crazy about you, and they will put up with quite a bunch of stuff because they see this part in you. We'll see if the cards back me up, but that's I'm feeling, so like I'm literally feeling it. Yeah. Flip that deck. Yep. Overall energy. It's a big deck. Overall energy is the Two of Cups. They want reciprocity. Look at that. Look at those intertwined hands. You're just trying to love you, Capricorn. Okay. They also get the Queen of Cups. This is actually a good match. Another Seven of Cups card. You're going to start looking for other choices. They did fall head over heels. Now it's in, that's the Fool card. Now it's in reverse. Four of Cups. They do not feel wanted. They do not feel wanted, and they're just concentrating on you. They probably do have other choices. And here you are, King of Pentacles, showing up. That's how they see you. They see you like an experienced, wise, stable, badass mofo. And they want to get to that place where they don't feel like they need you. And that is probably when you're going to come back around. Let me get 3 for this connection. Y'all a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all a hot mess. And the shame of it is that like it's a good pairing. It's a good pairing. Let me get 3 for the connection. I'm gonna move into another deck again. Let me get 3 for the connection. I'm not using my romance cards because I feel like you know, as a Cancer with a very passionate Aries moon, you would think I would love some romance cards, but the romance, and everybody has them, but, and I do use them, but they are not my go-to. I feel like it generalizes things too much. And let's get, this is a really big deck. That 4 of Pentacles holding on to something is showing itself. Two more shuffles. 4. I gotta fix like the connection there, sorry. King of Cups. Y'all a mess. Like you love each other. You absolutely love each other. Like there's love. 9 of Cups, where it's going in the future. Good. Go get your shit together. If you need to take a break, take a break. Get your shit together. Get into this place so it's not codependency. Get into this place so that you're not so fearful if they leave that you, if it makes you feel disposable or taken advantage of or misunderstood, that you don't sabotage it. You need to get to the 9 of Cups before you can get to a healthy 10 of Cups. Advice from universe. The Two of Swords, Two of Wands. It's decision time, but it's indecision. Advice from universe is stop overthinking and stop worrying about, do I go this way or that way? Just be. Just be. Get to this energy. That's way more important. You have to bring two wholes to a relationship. This half stuff, nope. I promise you that's not how it works. We're all looking for satiation. Like, really, that's what we're all looking for. We can't get there. We can't get there if we're worried about whether another person or a job or where we live or whatever is giving them. It's an inside job. It's an inside job. Getting more cards together for you people. Okay, now we have Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius season. I'm missing a couple of decks of cards here. I have so many. So some of the readers that I love Tyler. I know he's like outrageous and he says crazy stuff, but I literally think it comes from a good place. And I tell him all the time, never to change. But Tyler's tarot is hilarious. And he's that like lightning. Like I need the cards to come out and then the messages come in stronger and stronger. But he's lightning fast and he's so funny. So sorry. As the day gets busier here, it's a little harder to be uninterrupted. But yeah, Gemstone Tarot. She's in England and she's just so lovely. She's so lovely and enjoyable and funny and real and quirky, and I quite relate to her. And yeah, if you haven't, check her out. Okay. Sagittarius. Yeah, this is Sagittarius. You have 9 of Pentacles. You are reaping the rewards. You're feeling your Empress energy right now. This next year for Sag, the grand conjunction and the rebirth, the renaissance of who you are. And go watch Meredith's Soul Navigations videos and the one she did. But when it's in your first house, this is about you this year. And so it makes total sense that you are reaping the rewards and feeling like the Empress. It's completion. The world is a completion of one cycle to start another. And what's interesting is we have almost an ascension on this card. Sagittarius, you're going to be letting go of beliefs and about yourself. And probably some of those are self-limiting beliefs. And that's wonderful. And it's Sag rising that's going through the first house. But the belief that I'm picking this up so strongly is Sagittarius is funny and sexy, and they see the big picture, right? And they're kind of independent, and but they're still kind. They're still the philosopher. They still care about things on a global level. They don't just care about their neighbors. They care about their whole neighborhood. Does that make sense? But Sagittarius can also tend to feel the need to excuse them or the way that they move through the world with such independence. it's not like they don't feel like they owe anyone anything. It's not like they're so detached from feeling the need to be attached to people. Um, it's that really they have this like kind of beautiful independent spirit. And what I love about what I'm getting from these cards right now is you actually get to a place where you get a little bit more comfortable in your own skin. I mean, you are comfortable in your own skin because you're sexy and smart and you get the world and you know that you know a lot. But now you're not going to feel the need to apologize for it, which is even sexier. And it allows you to relax a little bit. You get this Six of Pentacles in reverse, which makes perfect sense to me because you're going to stop over giving. Because where you give, you over give, because it's almost like, you know, that Sagittarius is the temperance, you know, and you feel the need to temper your independence with overgiving sometimes. And Two of Pentacles, which is quite like temperance, it's balance. You're leaving that shitty thinking for smoother. So Sagittarius is kind of about Sagittarius, which makes complete sense, especially with what's going on in their chart. Let's get some cards for the other energy. This is my favorite reading. It's my favorite one. And if you know Sagittarius, like I don't think you know Sagittarius. That isn't funny. And if you do, something happens. Sagittarius is like the one you want on a long car trip when you're punch drunk and you just, you know, and you need to like laugh so you can get through those last 2 hours. And they have my favorite kind of sense of humor, which is a little bit twisted. They get to be like, they're the ones that you get to be like the bad kid in the back of the class or the back of the bus with. Okay. Yeah, it's good that you're focusing on yourself. Your person is trying to let go of some bad habits, bad cycles. They know that you are independent and sexy AF. They want to come towards you with an offer of love, but they're not using their intuition. They're blocked because of these bad habits. So they're holding back their offer right now, which I think you're good with. Like you're doing you, and you should. There you are. Temperance, but it came out in reverse. So you're showing up in their reading. They want you. And I look at the colors. It's so fire. It's so Sag. It's such a great card. You know, she's got both her cups of wine going, you know, and so whether it's intimidation or whatever else, they're not coming towards you, and I think that's good. They may want to travel, which they should probably just tell you they do because Sag loves to travel. But they may want to travel because the Three of Wands in this card in particular is leaving things behind so they can go someplace else and waiting for their ship to come in. And it may also be that they feel like they have to come to you with some like something to offer more. And again, that Page of Cups showing up. You're going to find a lot of, so we have two things happening. You know, we talk about like the split in the consciousness, in this energy of the grand conjunction, and that we're going to go into 3D and 5D consciousness. What's really going to be happening is that some people are going to do the work. Some people are going to get to that Empress 9 of Cups. And some people are going to stay a little stuck for a little while. And so we keep seeing this energy repeated where people are trying to get their shit together, or people are feeling a little intimidated by people who do have their shit together. Nobody really fully has their shit together. Just so we're clear on that. Everybody is always a work in progress. So when you look at somebody and you think they have their shit together and I don't, they're just at a different place in journey. And I just said this to a client in a reading the other day. You know, when you have someone who's like, well, she does this for me and I can't offer that back to her. Or he does this for me and I can't offer that back to him. You know, the yin and yang provide balance. If you help somebody in their self-confidence and they're attracted to you because your self-confidence, and you're cool with that and it doesn't feel like it's draining to you and you love them, and so like you're good with that, right? Like everybody's got their different non-negotiables. Don't put your non-negotiables on your partner, because if that person is already feeling self-confident and self-assured, they probably don't need that from you. So you not being able to offer that to them is probably not a deal breaker. What they may need from you is humility. They may need from you another part of them. They may need from you like nurturing and a hug at the end of the day, because they are strong all day, every day, right? They may need someplace to not be self-confident, to be able to relax, you know, and so don't assume what you're not, like have conversation, have communication before you convince yourself that you are not what somebody needs. Find out what they need. And, you know, and that will change as they grow, because we're all always growing. Okay. How many times is Suzzy going to bend over and grab cards? So right now, the connection is there. 8 of Swords, it's self-imprisonment. It doesn't need to be, but that's where you're at because of your person. So yeah. 9 of Swords. The that's the near future. The advice is King of Wands again. King of Wands is fire too. That's you, Sag. You may have to move towards your person because your person's got some stuff going on. So you may have to move towards your person because they may not move towards you right now. I would really like my Rider-Waite deck, but I don't know where that is. Okay. So we're going to use the good tarot, and we are at Scorpio, right? Yeah, we're at Scorpio, going backwards. Oof, Magician and Sun. Not so shabby. What are you working on, Scorpio? Working on happiness. What are the messages for Scorpio? Where's Scorpio's energy at? When any of this resonates, please leave messages, leave comments. Scorpio, you are healing. 5 of Swords, internal conflict. Taking accountability. King of Wands, taking action. Beautiful. Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new offer, but it's an action. That's right up there with Sagittarius. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spread. I mean, look at that. Healing the inner conflict while you're healing, which is if you're not getting inner conflict while you're healing, you're not doing it right. Like, it's supposed to get a little messy before it gets better. And then you take accountability, right? Judgment. It's beautiful. You know, the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands are standing in the power, ready to take action and offering that, starting a new beginning. I'm not even picking those up. Let's see where your person is at. I was called Scorpio the deep well. If you can get them to open up and have a conversation, if you want to have an amazing existential conversation, Scorpios are, they'll talk about life and death, and their perspective is pretty interesting. They are the deepest and kind of the most powerful sign in the zodiac. I don't have a lot of Scorpio. I have my Neptune in Scorpio in retrograde. I don't have, so I'm not saying that to self-aggrandize, but they are, and once they go through all their transformations, they're one of the best manifestors. They're extremely intuitive. They just have to, usually they Scorpios kind of come into this world with a task at hand, and so once they learn to trust themselves, their intuition is pretty amazing. Yeah. King of Cups, King of Wands. Your person is powerful. Your person knows who they are, and your person's a little bit of a badass with a good heart. Okay. Let's see what else. Your person's being quiet. Your person's making a decision. Your person is working on themselves. Your person feels like they're waiting a long time, and your person is getting into that Emperor energy, which if you took, yeah, the King. So male or female, it doesn't matter. But Hermit, going within to find the answers about themselves. And I always pronounce this wrong, but that's a Royboils or whatever. It's a snake that eats itself. So it has to end something so something else can begin. My beginning is my end. Two Wands. And this Two of Wands, there's no blindfold. But to me, really, it's like, look where the light is. It's in between. Stop torturing. That they need to like find a middle ground. They're trying to navigate it. Working on their Nine of Cups. That's the wish fulfillment and self-love, and good for them. Seven of Pentacles, waiting. This person probably feels like they've been suspended in action for a while, but they're not. I mean, the King of Wands and King of Cups showing themselves that strongly and more than once. While I was shuffling, they know who they are, right? And they probably have very strong feelings that they would like to act on, but they're cool chilling. They are cool chilling. So you have what you have on your hands here is a strong, possibly healthy individual, not so shabby. So you're working on yourself and they are working on themselves. So we may not see anything come together right now, but that's a beautiful, beautiful energy of healing. I mean, you know how I feel like, if I love you, you go love you, because that's the most important. You need that before you can have the, two halves make a whole. Page of Pentacles. Somebody is like learning something new or embarking on something new. Temperance again. we're going to see these energies repeat if you're watching the whole reading. Trying to find balance. That's where it's going. The balance is coming. Right now, the energy is, you know, embarking on new projects and on self journey and learning things, really learning a lot. And then the future energy is temperance, is balance. And the advice from universe, Eight of Swords in reverse. Stop torturing yourself. This is self-imprisonment. I believe it's the second time. Did it come out in here? No, it came out in another reading. Stop it. Don't do that. Self-imprisonment is just that. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday and they were like, well, you know, I feel left out, or I feel this, or I feel that. And when any facts were presented to say, but you weren't left out, they found another reason to feel left out anyway. And I finally just said, well, then that's your right to indulge. If you choose to indulge in the feelings of feeling left out, then that's what you're going to do. It's choice. I'm being told to tell you to read the 4 agreements. Go read the 4 agreements, Scorpio. You may have read it already. Scorpios are such deep thinkers. So you may have read it already. Read it again. Skim past it. Skim through it. I don't know why I'm being told to tell you that, but I am. This is not coming together like this minute, but it does, and when it does, it's going to be 2 whole people and balance. That's really what every sign should be looking for. Okay, so we are up to Libra. We're halfway through. You will either love how long this is, or you will be like, there's kind of advice in almost every sign. So you're welcome to watch the whole thing, but there will be timestamps. Let's get 3 shuffles for Libra. Three shuffles for Libra. And if there's like tarot reads that you want, like, do you want just career separate from love? Do you want new person, old person? Do you want coworkers? Do you want, like, tell me what you want, what you really, really want? Again, this channel is for you. So Libras are great at like indecision. So if you feel like you need like an old person, new person, Libra, feel free to. Ooh. Soulmate card showing its face. Okay. This deck. What do we have on the bottom? Page of Pentacles. Again, learning energy. Patience in reverse. Who's being impatient? Okay. My dang computer. You're impatient because you are falling for somebody and you want to rush in. You're in the middle. This is the Death card. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but really I just see transformation, which is great. And depending on your age, you could be in first house energy, which would mean big transformation. And then we get the lovely Six of Swords, which is leaving choppy waters for smoother waters. That's deciding to walk away from what no longer serves you, or sail away. And that's fantastic. And then we have Four Swords, which is like the swords of Damocles and resting. And so you are impatient because you want to go towards this person. I think that you're aware that you're still at the end of a transformation and that you're walking away from something that no longer serves you. I feel that you are walking away from a situation that no longer serves you. Like you're walking away from the person that no longer serves you. And part of it is because like something has sparked in you. Just be careful that like you walk away from a situation because that it no longer serves you. You don't make a mistake wearing a different pair of hands. The Fool energy feels so good. Just be sure that it's when you're walking away from this other person, because something is making you take a moment of pause. And Libras take moments of pause. It's, you know, should I bring this jacket or should I bring that jacket? But then what if it's cold? Well, what if it's hot? What if I leave the jacket in the car? So it makes the Four of Swords make sense for Libra, but just I'm getting a sense of like, don't jump from the pan into the fire. Make sure that whatever you're doing for your best, highest good, and not just because something else looks better to you, so you're going to leave the problems behind with the other person, because it doesn't work that way. That's why you got to go work on you. And now let's get cards for your person. I do like the transformation. I like transformation quite a bit. These guys can, I like the transformation quite a bit. But while you're in the middle of a transformation, maybe it's not always the best time to like run, leap, because the Fool isn't just let me offer you love. The Fool is I am leaping without looking, and that kind of blind faith is necessary sometimes. But if you're leaving one situation for another, learn how to make yourself feel as good as a new person does. Yeah, people are not effing around. Person wants to marry you. Like they say marriage, like this isn't even just like family. They want to put a ring on it. They have a sharp tongue. I don't know if this comes from and I'm seeing more than one person here. So you have a person that wants to marry you, but they're kind of, they say things like an asshole. Whether they are an asshole or not, it comes out like an asshole. Seven of Cups in reverse. They may have not always been, they may have indulged in mentally and emotionally some choices. And I think this came up for another sign in one of the readings that I did, where it's like, you know, sometimes there's that emotional distraction cheating where it's not like somebody's physically cheating, but they're just kind of checking out all their options. Because the card's not in the upright, I feel like this is just like they've been looking. And they may have like left you out in the cold while they were looking. I get the feeling that they were like just kind of emotionally removed from you, like still in your life every day, but making you feel like you had to chase them for the same affection that you used to get. That's never a good feeling. They're trying to heal. I don't feel like that is your new person. I feel like that is the person you are with now. That's a little bit of a hot mess. I'm not going to lie. That's a little bit of a hot mess. Let's get 3 cards for the connection, for now, for future. I don't like that the 3 of Swords just popped out on me while I was shopping. That's in this situation, that's 3-party. And it looks like you're kind of both doing it. It kind of looks like you're falling in love, whether you touched, laid a hand on somebody, you have fallen in love with somebody else. Or you feel like you're falling. You want to fall. You're attracted. You want to go towards them while you're still in another situation, which absolutely is garbage. The person doesn't have to be garbage, but this isn't healthy for anybody on any side. Caught it. See, that's why you don't want your thighs to touch. Catches tarot cards. 9 of Swords. That's the situation right now. People are losing sleep over this. They're stressing out. Major anxiety. Libra, there you are, showing up, getting your justice in the near future. I'm going to encourage this justice is blind, right? And there's a little sun at the bottom. I'm going to encourage that justice comes from you stepping away before you get into another situation. And they're probably going to hardcore come back at you. They're going to hardcore come back at you and be like, but it's you I want. Look, I looked at all these other choices, but I still want you. But it's still not healthy. And we have another King of Wands in reverse. That's the advice from the universe. The advice from the universe is believe people the first time they show you who they are. This person has a lot of healing to do, but the thing is I don't think that they think they do. I think that they think that this is a you problem. And what I'm getting is like they're going to try to sweet talk you into, but you're the one I want, and they're just going to roll right back into this, talk to you like you're an asshole. Nobody needs that. You don't need that, Libra. You don't need that, Libra. I like what I'm getting, the sensation from the new feeling, the fact that no cards, the new person, the fact that no cards came up for the new person means hold off. It has potential if you go towards it now. And let me tell you something. A healthy person doesn't really want you to move towards them as much as they might enjoy the flirt and everything else. Unless they're not fully aware of the situation, a healthy person isn't going to really want you to move towards them while you're with somebody else, because they will assume that you will do the same thing to them. They will assume when things get bad, you're just going to find somebody else to flirt with. And so there's a reason that we're not seeing cards for the new person. Get that justice. Finish that situation and finish it right. Because when you move towards one person from another, just to get away from another, or as a comparison, it's hard for those. I mean, it happens. Sometimes those second situations last. Maybe those people were meant to be together, and maybe the other person was always just in the way. Universe has, infinite possibilities. Human behavior tells us that if you're leaving one situation for another, because you need to fix something with inside yourself, that's an inside job. Person A is not doing that for you, and person B is not doing that for you. Where you live is not doing that for you. The thing you just bought on Amazon is not doing that for you. A raise at your job is not doing that for you. That'll pay your bills easier, but it's not going to fill the hole. That's what she said. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, the sign of service. See? All they're worried about is how they can go help over there. They see calamity, they see whatever over there, and they're like, how can I go help? I'll tell you right now, Seven of Cups can go F itself. Why is it showing up in every reading? Eight of Pentacles, working on something, but it came out in reverse, so it feels stalled. Something's making you feel like you're stalled, and Virgo does not like to be stalled. They like to do it, they like to get it done, and they like to do it right. I feel like you're feeling stuck. Victory is coming. Six of Wands is victorious, which is, Virgo likes to win, so that's great. Whatever is feeling stuck ends soon. Seven of Cups in reverse. What is going on? Virgo is very, very grounded and pragmatic. See the two faces? See the creature? And there we have, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, the snake that eats himself. But instead of it completely connecting, there's a break. It feels like too many choices. It feels like too many choices and trying to be too many things to too many people, quite frankly. In my end is in my beginning, but if you're spread so thin, which Virgo can do that, that's not helpful. Don't spread yourself thin. The Well. It's the idea that stuff is going on, spreading yourself thin, feeling stuck, wanting to work towards victory. The good news is, and the Well is creativity. It's how deep you are in your resources that you have in yourself. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Six of Cups, soulmate card at the end. Virgo likes to do things right. So if you are not feeling completely right with yourself, you may go through all these stages before you get to the place where you're fully engaging in your soulmate connection. Soulmate connection's already there. Like, for sure, it's already there. It's around you if you're not already engaging in it. But it's really beautiful. And it feeds the best parts of you, because Virgos are very self-critical. Virgo likes the A+ instead of the A. And so having somebody to kind of make you feel childlike is important. This is being self-critical. This is over worrying. So the Six of Cups I like, because that's going to bring you balance. Let me get, yeah, completion of burden. And Virgo's the sign of service. It's the nurse, it's the doctor, it's the helper, it's the mentor. So it's very possible that you have just overextended in a pandemic as a person of service. Don't be so critical. You cannot be all things to all people. Although Virgos are kind of like superheroes sometimes that way. Okay, so let's get another shuffle. It just came up again. Okay. For your person, the Star, healing. 9 of Cups, nice. Yeah, your soulmate has their shit together. Also 8 of Pentacles, but in the upright. Ace of Pentacles, there's an offer. It's not quite here yet. There's an offer for them to start something new in a job. 7 of Wands, they are absolutely going to protect what they have built, probably with you. So the Empress can mean baby's coming. Baby's coming with a soulmate. It's not so shabby. Let's get 3 cards for the connection. Virgo has a really great reading. And I feel like Virgo, you're probably with your person. Five of Wands. That is definitely defending what has been built. So while you're being overcritical and everything else, the future. King of Wands, action. Oof. Everything's okay. I only want one though. Wow. Advice, strength. Whatever's trying you, whatever's making you feel overextended, just hang on through it. That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. Such a gorgeous card. To me, that looks like Stevie Nicks. And the great thing is, because dog face 420, y'all know who Stevie Nicks was if you didn't. It's like there was an age thing. But to me, that's like the Stevie Nicks card. Whoever this is, I feel like there's like a magical connection here, not only with your person, but I think that you are a little magical. Just saying. Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's see what we have. I need more tarot decks. And again, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, because as soon as I have enough people, then I'm gonna immediately start doing lives so that I can directly connect. You can ask questions, I can like answer and do like, you know, 1 card and 2 card pulls, depending, do super chats, whatever. Leo, you are feeling yourself as Leo should. Oof. Get off the internet. Stop stalking. Okay. King of Pentacles, you have, you're set. You're set. Career, money, house, whatever, like that part you situated. 7 of Swords, you are learning lessons and taking with you what you need to take and leaving behind what you don't need, which is excellent. Get off the internet though. Why are you stalking people? Why are you stalking people? Don't do that. You are in a very good place to go find somebody that can give you what you give. And Leo spoils. Like they want to love as luxurious as they want to be loved. If that made any sense. So you're in a good primed up place to get So what I just heard was that you are ready. You're so ready though that you're like looking online for where that person might be, and you're being a little impatient about it. Don't do that. You can get yourself in trouble. Now let's get cards for your person. But like Leo, great job in having your own, like, you know what you want, you know where you're going, all of that's good. You don't need anybody to give that to you, and you're even learning lessons about what you need and what you don't need, which going into 2021, that's important. It was a dump, not a jump. Your person. Queen of Swords, King of Swords came out. King of Swords is in reverse. King of Swords does not bite their tongue and sometimes says anything without a little, they could use a little bit more decorum. So your person, which only makes sense for Leo, is powerful, but when you question their cockiness or anything, they probably get a little sharp with their words. They're completing a cycle also. Something has just ended for them, like big life thing. And they want to be independent. They want to have to ask for help less. And they're trying to manifest the same thing that you are. This is very interesting. Very interesting. I'll tell you, these energies are so strong. Whenever I watch Gemma on Gemstone Tarot, she would say at the end of the thing that she was about ready to have like a lay down and a biscuit, tea and a biscuit and a lay down, right? I'm feeling it. Strong energies. People working on themselves, which I'm loving. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So again, when we have cards repeating each other, then to me that's universe shouting. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So that's the slowest knight. He's the slow horse. This horse is like one more trip from retirement to the glue factory. Sorry. No glue factory. But his horse is ready to go, like lay down in pastures and not be carrying anybody anymore. Slow horse. Slow and steady. Because it's in reverse, I feel like this is in pause right now. Whatever this connection is not coming together right now. Again, we have another hangman in reverse. That's what I see is like just impatience because this is already slow. Getting in reverse probably feels almost painful. Like, where is my person? Where's my person? Right? But your person has got to get their shit together. That's where your person is. Advice from the universe. Don't try to move it forward. Don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. Because if you try to force this, you're going to end up with a whole lot of that guy. You don't want him. He's a jerk. Right? let them do the work that they have to do on themselves. There's no point ever in rushing anything. You're going to rush it to end it again. Don't make no kind of sense. And obviously, if anybody needs like a reading, like you really want to look into your person. And when I do a reading, we have a bunch of things, right? We have like my experience with trauma. We have the astrology reading where I can actually find trauma, and usually pretty close to the age, what kind of trauma it was. So, you know, some people, when they have trauma very young, they don't know that they have trauma very young. Some people have the whole like, what is wrong with me? Nothing horrible happened, right? Because we're so trained to think that if it's not like Lifetime movie over show worthy 60 minutes atrocity, that it's not real trauma. And that's not. Sometimes the overt trauma is worse because it almost like by its very nature gaslights you into just having this self-belief system that you're broken. And sometimes we find really loving, wonderful partners who experience that. And it doesn't mean that they're not good people. It just means that like there's work to be done. And so if you're in a situation where you really, really, really love somebody, and when it's good, it's really good. And it's more like people are bringing baggage to the situation. If you want to like unpack the baggage, go through it and figure out what you don't need to take anymore, you can book a reading, and we really, really get in depth. And you know, I have reviews, you'll see. That's the feedback. A lot of information comes through, and then on top of it, we're using astrology, and on top of it, we're using you know, the psychology and science of how trauma affects one, how it affects addiction, how, like, you know, I always say trauma is the real gateway drug. So if you want to look at those things, right, or if you want to work on stuff for yourself, the link is in the bio. We're going to do Cancer now. Cancer. That surprised me. Okay, Cancer. I see communication, like fast communication for you. So I don't know if this is something that you are looking for, or I don't know if you're going to initiate communication. Cancer sometimes is over nurturing. Cancer sometimes enables. It's not the goal, but they are such caretakers. So I don't know if this is because you did over communicate. Let's see the rest of the cards. Queen of Pentacles, working on your own stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Jeez, Mary. Joseph. Okay. Eight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. This one I like. And Cancer is making a shift of like starting to worry about themselves, which is good. Two of Swords. Something is conflicting you and you feel like your intuition is the answer, but there's so much going on that you're not fully trusting it. Four of Cups. Somebody else is offering you something, and I see more than one energy here. Somebody else is offering you something and you just don't. You see it too. Look at that. You see it and you're like, yep, but you're not going to reach out. King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse is powerful mofo that is just not moving. So you're aware of your power, but you're not taking offers right now. You're not moving towards anything. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is a whole lot of you not taking. You're you're in this mode right now. And I have a feeling that that's because Queen of Pentacles doesn't want to settle. It's great because Cancer is always in the danger of like the warm body. They don't like normally being alone. But Cancer is so loving that love can come from other things. And so I quite like this energy of being the Queen of Pentacles and not taking offers that don't really, like, that's nice, but that's not feeding me. That's not what I want to do. All right, so let's see what we have for your person. Ooh, that was a dumb. 5 of water, your person is grieving. Let's see the rest of the cards to find out what they're grieving. Yeah, they're trying to keep away from you on the internet. Page of Swords, but it came in reverse. They're going back and forth. They're trying to like just walk away. 7 of Earth, they feel like they're waiting on something. What's interesting is the 7 of Earth has a fairy. I think they're waiting on their intuition to come in. I think they're waiting on something that's not going to come because it's within. They're waiting for some other thing to happen to like break them from this grieving. They miss you. Page of Wands. They are baby steps in action. Baby steps in action, absolutely. Page of Wands can also be like a message of, can we start over, but can we start over slow? Can we start over small? Can we maybe go back to being friends? But if they weren't sad, I would believe them more. Okay, this is very interesting. Moon, right? There's still some kind of truth has not come out yet. This is a beautiful, beautiful moon card. Moon's got his eyes closed. Eventually, look at that heart chakra and the enlightenment. King of Swords. Sorry, King of Wands, even better. King of Wands coming towards you. Now the question is are you still going to be in that 4 of Cups mode? Right? Let's look. Can I get 3 cards for the connection for Cancer? Cancer, you big mush. You're all in like mode. Ace of Pentacles, new offer, instability. It's in reverse. So that's where you're at now. Wheel of Fortune, everything's changing. That's where the connection is going. I didn't expect to see that. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, it's the tides are going to turn. Things are going to change. That's the advice from the universe. Queen of Wands. So we have a king and a queen. That's a power couple. That's a power couple. That's a power couple. Stay in your power. Be in action. She's got a flower and he's got his heart opened up, right? So what we have there are two people that have learned to balance. King and Queen of Cups are nice. I don't always like them as much because they move so forward with just the emotion and just the love, that sometimes that's, you know, a problem because you need all the other stuff to back it up. This is very, very, very interesting read, Cancer. You could finally be having a turn of events. All of my Cancers are probably more than aware that they're due. Now we're on to Gemini. Let me just get these cards. Okay, Gemini. I'm like melting away here. I think it's about 68 degrees with the sun, and we're pretty close to the Gulf of Mexico, so we get the trade winds. You can see the wind in the trees. The Tay in the Wind. Drop me a comment if you know what movie that's from. Oh, I'm going to be making obscure movie references and goofy Suzzy stuff. Okay, so Gemini. Let's see what we have for you. Oof. High Priestess in reverse, 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Empress. You have loads of intuition. You probably have a little psychic gifts going on, but it's in reverse, so you're not using it. You don't trust yourself. Trust yourself. 3 of Cups coming in, celebration. There's some kind of collaboration. There's no other cards to indicate a 3-party situation. There's some kind of like, and I'm kind of feeling female empowerment, whether you are a male surrounded by females that are helping you, or whether you are a female about to go into a collaboration. But look at the way they're holding each other and supporting each other. That's a card of support for sure. 5 of Swords, inner conflict. You are overthinking, Gemini. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? I could take all the exits. Which exit is best? 10 of Wands. That's the end of a journey. Look at how long. That's the end of a journey. The only problem is you're taking your baggage with you, probably because you're having all that inner conflict. There's so much to celebrate. Use your intuition so that you don't have to take your baggage with you. It's great that you're towards the end of a journey and the completion, but as Gemstone Tarot would say, spiritual side boob. And also there's Gemini, if you don't want to have a baby, please know that you are fertile myrtle right now. Now you could be growing a project. This could be a rebirth of understanding who you are. But also they're yelling at me that you are fertile myrtle. Let's see where your person is at. Let's see where your person's at, Gemini. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. They are working. They are working away, trying to build up business, trying to build up their life. Wow. 10 of Swords. They're exhausted. They're exhausted. They've been putting in a lot of hard work, but I think they feel like a lot is going wrong for them, and so they're just exhausted, and they are trying to find whatever's left to give to you because yeah, I am getting a very strong feeling that like they feel bad that they're this exhausted. They feel bad. that they feel rolled over. Queen of Swords, they are trying to stay steady in action. And if you look, we see this Queen of Swords is pensive. The sword is down, not up. Oh yeah, lots of communication. And again, we have a Six of Swords situation. They are just trying to, but I don't sense this is, I don't get other people in this at all. What I'm getting is this is just like trying to leave this behind, doing hard work so they can get in this energy for communication. And let's get 3 cards for the connection. Oof. Yeah. When the cards are jumping, that's like, some messages are very strong. Some things come through slowly. There's like my eyeball, right? Some things come through slowly, and some things are just smacked across the face and they don't need a whole lot of clarification. Page of Swords, somebody's on the internet again. Why are y'all stalking each other? It's a bad habit. It's not even Gen Z. It's like all the way to Gen X, maybe even a little bit more. Some boomers. Yeah, that's such a bad habit. And I just had like a TikTok reading, and what I said on the picture was like, when you stalk other people on the internet, you're not finding anything out. That's not real life. That's half of a story. Sometimes it's a crumb of a story. It's a crumb of a picture. And quite frankly, half the people on there know that you're looking at them and they're putting up exactly what they want you to think. Or they're putting up nothing at all. You are making yourself crazy. Don't do that. Knight of Swords. That's future. Somebody is rushing in. And we got Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's action to be taken. And this, he not playing. So this really, your person gets their shit together, Gemini. Let's see what the advice from the universe is. Six of Pentacles, balance, reciprocity, some charity, help that just is help. So if your person needs help right now, just give them help. Just give them help without giving them shit. You know what I mean? Not like the, I have to help you again. Because they're already, they already feel like this. So advice from the universe is, if you want to give, and I say this all the time, listen. Should you let somebody drain you? No. Should you let somebody take advantage of you? Unequivocally, fuck no. If you love somebody and you can do it without draining yourself and you want to, and you're not expecting something in return, and there's no attachment or condition with the love or with the help or with the support, then give it. But give it away. Give it completely away. Leave it on their door. Don't wait for the thank you, right? Like how you would leave an anonymous basket of muffins. I'm hungry. And you would leave it there, right? If you knew a neighbor was in need and you didn't want to make them feel, you didn't want to hurt their pride. You wanted to give to them without having to get the thank you. You know, like when people give to homeless people and videotape it. And I'm not talking about what's his face, Isaiah, what's his face, and Sweetie on TikTok. I'm talking about like people who give a little bit. They want to videotape it because they want to show that like they deserve praise. Don't help somebody for the praise of it. Don't help somebody because you want them to think well of you so that that works in your favor later. If you can give the help with a clear conscience, then do that, right? You don't have to help somebody that's stepping all over you again and again. But if they can't get back right now, they can't get back. Don't hold it over them. That's shitty. That's bad karma, quite frankly. It helps no one. Next is Taurus. Right after I pick up all these cards. So we are up to Taurus. I had to take a little break and just did an amazing meditation Amazing meditation. I'm really grateful for all of you. And I mean that. And I mean that. And I'm grateful that I get to share. And I'm grateful for every experience that brought me to this moment. Even the ones that didn't feel good, the ones that didn't feel good at the time. So let's read for Taurus. Justice on the bottom of the deck. The World. Okay, so completions of cycles. Everything is starting all over for you. Really kind of getting independent. Not putting up with not getting, with people taking what you worked for. Like no one's sneaking away with your other sneaky sneak swords. Not this hangman upside down with the rest of this is you knowing that you don't have to wait on everybody else, like really getting that sense of independence, like ending the cycle where you're anyone's doormat, right? Because Taurus is so considerate that sometimes they can be a little bit of a doormat. Queen of Pentacles, that's you all day long. Queen of Pentacles. So starting to really kind of feel good and gain confidence. Taurus sometimes is an overgiver. We talk about the water signs, overgiving. But Taurus to me is like the earth sign that might as well be a water sign, you know? So now I want to look at Taurus's person. Can we get Taurus's person? What is the energy for Taurus's person? Eight of Swords. They're trapped in their own thoughts right now and feeling badly about something. I'm getting that they're feeling I don't know that, like I don't want to say guilt, but I want to say that they are definitely feeling like they put themselves in a predicament. King Cups, the Moon, the Star, Ten of Pentacles. All right, so after they go through this torturing themselves, but it looks like they really have to take a minute, and instead of torturing themselves, they have to take a minute and figure out how they can be accountable so they can fix it, because that's what they're really feeling. King Cups, like all of the love. And as your partner, the Moon, that waiting for, and then what's so funny is there's Cancer in the Taurus reading. Cancer and Taurus are probably one of the best matches. So there is there is a waiting for illumination, because the healing, wish fulfillment, and stability. They want everything with you. They want all of it, all of it, all of it. They really, really do. They really, really do. Whatever they are feeling like they got themselves in a predicament, they are going to fix it. They're going to fix it. And I would tell you, if they weren't, they're gonna figure it out. They got to figure out how they're gonna heal, and they have to figure out how they have to I don't want to say come clean, because that sounds so shady, but they have to communicate with you about how they approach you, because you're no longer being a doormat, right? So they have to figure out how they accept accountability without feeling like they're throwing themselves on their own sword. I keep getting that. I literally keep saying Harry Carey. I promise you only 4 of you know that. Shogun. Here's another 4 people. Yeah, they don't want to fall on their own sword. All right, so can I get 3 cards for the connection? Another King of Cups. That's what's going on right now. King of Cups is in reverse. 6 Cups, soulmate card is the future. Advice from universe is the 2 of Cups. And that's the first time this card has come out of that deck. It's complete reciprocal. It's seeing each other eye to eye. That's what you have to do. Again, it comes right back to the communication, which I just said. That's a great read, Taurus. Did we do Gemini? We did do Gemini. We're at Aries. We're all the way done. Yo, I gotta figure out how to do this quicker. But I don't know. You tell me if you want, because like it's timestamp. So do you love that each reading takes a whole 15-20 minutes if you're only going to get one a week? Do I do little individual readings? Do you want me to just do 1 card readings? I feel like how can you get all the information, right? And like it's such a huge collective. So I feel like when it's this much information, like you'll know if it's for you. Because it can't resonate. It's a general reading. It cannot resonate with everyone. It's not going to. And I'm not trying to tell you that it's going to. Aries. Wow. Aries, what you got going on? Queen of Cups. She showed up a lot today. And 5 of Cups. And 5 of Swords. Why are you grieving? And why do you have inner conflict? Why do you feel like you just went through a battle? I mean, Swords is fire. That's you. Last time I have to bend over and get a card. Yeah, okay. This is an interesting 2 of Wands cards because the 2 of Wands is like both wands are behind him. So he's not looking at the wands before. He wants a whole new start. He wants a whole new start. He's not even paying attention to either choice. He wants a new choice. He already made his choice, and his choice was to leave everything behind and do something new. Who you got this Queen of Cups for? Okay, so I lied. That wasn't the last time that I was going to bend over and grab a card. Yeah, Magician. You're trying to manifest something with somebody. But you just walked away. You definitely just walked away from something. Or you want to. Yeah, you want to move towards the Queen of Wands energy. Like, she a badass. And Aries needs a badass. All right, so let's see who this badass is. Right? Let's see who your badass is. I kind of want to use the other. No, I'm going to use these. I feel like these are very Aries cards. Let's see who's Aries badass is that you're trying to manifest into your life. And Aries wants it yesterday. So if they have decided on you, they're probably coming. If you have a hesitant Aries, then there's either a third party going on or they are really going through it. 7 of Cups. Your person has choices. And like, if you look at that one, they're like little sand castles. They have choices. What's on his face? What is on his face? Oh, he's just dirty from playing in the sand. He's dirty from all his choices. Aries, this better work out a little better for your person. Because otherwise, this badass. Let's see. I don't like all the dirty choices. Especially if you just got done grieving over one thing. Let's see where we go. Yeah. They're coming in like, how you doing?
because to me, King of Cups is how you doing, baby? Yeah. Which doesn't always last, but it feels good when it comes in. Another Two of Wands. This Two of Wands, they're looking to travel. That might be what their choices are about. They're Adam Levine over here has some flowers for you. Uh, yeah, all the stops. Look at the romance, the picnic, the love letter. Um, but they want to go someplace. They want to travel. Like look at the little Winnebago. They there are things that they want to do. I think they want to do them with you, quite frankly. Yeah. Look, Three of Wands. Three of Wands. They want to leave the other choices behind. And again, that is somebody looking towards future. Um, balance. Balance. Seven of Wands. Giving effort to what you built, defending it. Not defending it so much, but protecting it, which is actually a nice energy. And then let me get 3, 4. I told you it wouldn't be the last. Let's get 3 for the connection for Aries. Nobody saw that, right? 3 for the connection for Aries. Please leave me comments and let me know what resonated and if this was terrible and if it was too much or too little or what you want or just feedback in general. I can take it. This is manifesting right now. So this is the second time the Magician came up. 10 of Swords. It's that future energy is feeling like this was exhausting, like the choices and wanting to travel and feeling like, and again we get back to, I said this in one of the other readings, but sometimes like we think there's one choice or another, like if I pick this then that takes me out of geographical location of somebody, or if I pick this job that other person might not like it. But the thing is that if you always trust your gut and your intuition, it'll take you wherever you need to be, um, so that you can be done exhausting yourself. So at some point you are done exhausting yourself. And advice from the universe. This is a really, really interesting card because I just got done saying how it doesn't have to be one or the other. So this is the Ace of Swords. This is an offer of a new beginning. This is a new beginning. And if you notice, it is the ever elusive. When I was like 13, I was all about this and some Anne Frank stickers. Leave me a comment if you know what I'm talking about. Import Alley, Anne Frank stickers. You probably didn't have an Import Alley. Maybe you did. I don't know. The Emporium, one of those places. But like Spencer's, Anne Frank stickers. Anyway, it's a unicorn and a Pegasus. You can have it all. You can have your person and travel. Aries likes it exciting. Aries likes it exciting. So the advice is don't put limitations. Don't decide that like if I take this job or if I want to travel, that person's not gonna be down. You don't know what somebody's down for. I know what somebody's down for. 1 year, somebody could be like, I'm never moving. I like where I live. I'm very comfortable here. And then all of a sudden, something shifts and changes for them. Pluto goes through their first house. Pluto goes through their ninth house. Whatever it is, some kind of transformation. And then all of a sudden, not living where they always lived is now an option, or doing something different for a living. There's a lot of shifting this year. Don't assume, and I know I said this in other readings, don't assume for your partner exactly what they need because you feel like that's what they should need or that's what you need. They might need something different. You could line up in a million other ways and still want different things in your lives. This was all so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, or else we're all screwed, right? You guys have to like it. It's not for me, it's for you. And I super appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe and share. Hit the notification bells. Tell your friends. Leave me comments. Let me know what you want. Give me some feedback. Let me know what resonated. I'm gonna try to do like 2 or 3 a week and we'll see how that goes. And if you can't get enough of me, let me know. I'll arrange something. Also, I'm on TikTok and Instagram. It's all the same name, Suzzy Evolutionary. Um, and yeah, follow me there. There's like TikTok, I do like one little, obviously, like 1 minute things. And then as soon as we gain momentum here, I'll start doing live reads where you can actually question, like send me a question and I'll answer your question. That's not too shabby. We'll do some super chats. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. Um, but I appreciate you. And I encourage you to study yourself. This is all great, but get to that 9 of Cups place and learn to trust your intuition. And if you need help with that, there's links in the bio. In the meantime, I will see you soon. I love you. Now you love